Hey everybody, how's it going? Lewin here at Garageband And Beyond. Welcome back and thanks for checking out my new video. Today I want to talk about funny sounds and cool things you can use to get, more of a creative element out of your recordings. And one of the things you can do, and that I do a lot, is actually I go to thrift shops, I search on eBay and Craigslist and any garage sales that I see. Anytime I see like little keyboards or toy instruments, little xylophones or even if it's a shaker or something, I'll usually pick it up and I just throw it into my box of junk. And when I need sort of an interesting sound, if I'm looking for an interesting color for a recording, I can go to my box of toys and I can pull something out. And so the thing I wanted to show you today is actually this is my Stylophone. For those of you who don't know, this is actually a little analog keyboard. It was actually invented in 1968 by a guy named Brian Jarvis. And, they ran through the 60s and the 70s, and then they stopped making them at some point, I think, in the 80s. And then in 2007, Brian's son, Ben, actually started making them again and selling them again. People like David Bowie have actually used this. There's actually a video of him on YouTube playing this live, and he actually just puts it up to the microphone and plays with it. But let me show you really quickly what it sounds like. So right here you can see this pen obviously is connected to it with a wire, and right here I have all these keys I can push. Well, I don't really push them, I just make contact with them. It has the vibrato, which is on right now. I'll turn that off. Right? Right? It actually has three different sounds. Here on the bottom you can see there's a switch. They sound sort of like this. This is the first one. Here's the second one. Oop, went past it there. That one's kind of, I don't even know what they would call that. And here's the third one. Volumes here on the side. Actually, here on the other side, it's pretty cool. They have an MP3 input, so you can tell mine's one of the newer ones. But you can plug your MP3 player into it and then get the music to come out of the speakers, and you can play along with it and stuff. I think that's the original concept of it. It's actually a pretty funny thing to do. Then a headphone jack, which is a great way to get it to go into your GarageBand or into your computer, Macintosh, whatever you want. Volume on the side. This one actually, I bought this at Urban Outfitters. Most of you probably know that as a women's clothing store. I was there with my girlfriend getting dragged along on a shopping trip. And I always actually like going over to Urban Outfitters because they do always have a little section of sort of junky toys and, the fisheye lens camera and stuff like that. I bought this guy and I got it for $20 at Urban Outfitters. So don't, find your local Urban Outfitters and buy it from them, because online they go for a lot more money, and I don't get why anybody would pay more money than $20 for this. But this is a great little toy. There's all sorts of things like this that exist in the world, and like I said, I have a big box of junky toys, and when I need a sound, it's a nice place to be able to go search for one, because GarageBand is great, but it doesn't have all the interesting sounds that it possibly could have, and it's good to buy these little toys. So anyway, that's my Stylophone. If you're curious what it sounds like, I have a video up here of an original song of mine. It's called Blood on My Face, and the Stylophone makes a big cameo in it. And so go check that out, and that's it. Check out Stylophones. They're awesome. We like Stylophones.